Good evening, everyone, and I welcome you on this beautiful channel named Geeks for Geek School, where we guys provide you free of cost coding classes. And I would like to welcome all the students who have joined in through my channel named Gaurav Kumar Jain. First of all, thank you very much to everyone who to join this tutorial at this time. So in this tutorial, we are going to check out how can we make a beautiful Angry Bird game on the very colorful and very amazing platform named Scratch. But before that, I would like to introduce you. So it's a course based on the App Lab. This is the URL with the help of which you can access the web page on which all the details of the course is given. And if you're not able to see it from here, you can find the link of this web page in the description box. Just check it out and visit this web page and check out all the details. If you want to avail a good discount on the course fee, you guys can use the promo code also, which is mentioned in the description section. So we have done a lot of hard work on this course. Definitely you are going to enjoy it a lot, and you're going to learn what is a mobile application and different components of UI, then how you can design the UI for an app. Okay, UI stands for user interface, by the way. Then how to make your apps more interactive by adding code to them. Then how can you create a multi-screen app, and many more things you will get to know about in the online coding classes of this course. And if you want to know what all things will be covered in the course, so here is the syllabus. You can just click on this tab and automatically you will be redirected on a new tab where you'll see a PDF file in which you will see all the pointers which will be covered in the course. So we have divided the course into 18 different topics. Each topic has some subparts. Right, let me show you all the topics. So these are the topics which you will be taught in this course, in this App Lab course. Right, and fine. So this is all about the course. If you want to know more about this course, you can visit this page, or else you can coordinate, get in touch with one of the executive of Geeks for Geek School, and you can get all the kind of information you want to know about this course. We are providing many other courses also related to Python. Also we have different courses. Then we have courses related to web development, and there are many things we are providing to the students right now. So if you want to avail the facility, if you want to learn coding, so you guys are most welcome to join our platform. Right, okay, let's now come on Google and dive into this Scratch platform for checking out how can we develop this beautiful Angry Bird game using the basic features of Scratch. The students who are new, I would like to tell them again that there are two versions of Scratch. If you want to download Scratch offline on your respective device, you can do that. Just type Scratch offline 3.0 and it will redirect you to a web page where right on the top you will be able to see the hyperlink through which you can get yourself redirected on a web page where you'll see all the options from which you can download the required Scratch exe file, or you can see Scratch installer. So if you're using Windows operating system, you can make use of this option. Right, this simply click on this button and automatically the download will start happening. Right, if you're using Mac operating system, you guys can make use of this option. Then if you're using Chrome operating system, you can make use of this, and if you're using Android, you can simply click on this button and download the Scratch offline installer. Once the installer is there on your device, you can install it and you can enjoy this Scratch 3.2 offline platform on your respective device. However, if you are low on your disk space, so Scratch has again provided an alternative for that. So you guys can go for this Scratch Online 3.0. So if you want, you can draw the things on Scratch Online. So that's what you're going to come across. Simply click on this hyperlink and it will redirect you to a web page where right on the top in the header section you will see the button with the help of which you will be able to get yourself redirected to the Scratch online platform. So let me just brief you about the interface of Scratch environment. So it's basically divided into three different sections. The first section consists of all the codes that you can use for coding your sprites. So these are the codes I was talking about, and this is the Scratch environment, and this is the coding workspace where you can drag and drop these codes, and if you want to eliminate them, simply drag and drop them back and they will disappear. Right. Now we have this third section. In this the third section is again bifurcated into two different parts. In the first part you can see a playground on which you can define the backdrops and all the sprites you want to have on for your game. And in this second section we have this properties panel. So whatever sprite you will select, automatically its properties are going to get reflected over here. You can change the properties. For example, if you want to change the name of this sprite to, let's say, cat, simply you can write cat over here, and when you hit the enter button, automatically you'll see the name of the sprite has changed now. From sprite 1 it has now changed to cat. Right. If you want to eliminate this sprite from this playground area, simply hit this bin button and it will go disappear. Fine. So that's all about this interface of this Scratch. Let's now see what all things do we require for coding the Angry Bird game. So the first thing I require is a catapult. From where can I get it? Let's make use of google.com. And as I keep telling you guys, you have to focus on your visualization part, right? Definitely it is going to help you a lot in your long run. Okay, catapult, and we are looking for a clip art of this. I think this one is better, right? But okay, I'm looking for something different. Just give me a short moment. Let me check if I can get a better option. How about this one? But okay, I think this will do. Yeah, this is looking nice. I think this can help us, but let me see if I can get a more relevant image. Okay, let's use this one. So I'm copying this image. We can simply copy the image using the copy image option, and let's paste it in the paint box. So before importing it on the Scratch platform, I need to get rid of this white background. How can we do that? I think you know it very well. We guys will be using the remove.bg website, which is going to help us in removing the background of the image, right? I think this is much better. Now I want only this much of this image, and I am reducing the size of this window. Much better. Let me just save it with a unique name on my desktop, and after that we'll use that remove.bg site for eliminating the white background which is visible to us over here at present. And you have to give me a short moment. I have to just make some changes over here. Much better, I think. Yep. So I'm done with saving the image on my desktop. Let's now make use of remove.bg site, and by the time my browser is accessing, my browser is connecting to this site, let me see if I can find a good Angry Birds image on Google Images. So I want only the Angry Birds face. I think this is perfectly fine. Yes, so this is the kind of image I was looking for. Let me save this one also with a unique name on my desktop. So the first one I saved with Catapult, and the second one I'm saving it with Angry Bird. Fine. Then we need to come on this remove.bg site, and let's now upload the first image that we downloaded from Google Images, that is the Catapult's image. So we need to come again on the desktop. I am done with selecting this Catapult's image. It's getting uploaded right now, and soon we'll see the background will be removed and it will become completely transparent. Okay, so we are able to see a catapult with a transparent background. Let me just save this image again with some unique name. Okay, now let's upload the Angry Birds image. Okay, so I'm done with removing the background of both my images. Let's come on this Scratch platform and import both the sprites over here on this playground. So for doing that, we can come down over here. Let me just close this window. So we need to come down and we can make use of this choose a sprite option. So when you'll bring your cursor over this option, automatically a menu like this will open up, and then right on the top you'll see this upload sprite option. Click on this and it will redirect you to one of the location present on your device. Let me select this Catapult Cata-1. Okay, so I am done with importing it on this playground. Let me check out if I can just reduce the size of this catapult. So I would like to reduce it to 40. I think 40 will be fine. 40 is very small. How about 60? Yeah, 60 is more than enough. Okay, let's come back on the coding section, and I would like to see it over here. So let me just define some code for Catapult. How about if I click the flag, what should happen? The catapult should be there at this position. Fine, I would like the user to see the catapult at this position. So whenever, if the catapult is supposed at this position, if the user will hit this flag button, automatically it will come back on the position where we have defined it. Fine, so that's what this code will do. Now what we have to do, we have to import the image of the Angry Bird. And how can we do that? Again, we are going to make use of these same steps. We can click on this choose a sprite option, and right on the top you'll find this upload sprite option. Click on this and it will redirect you to one of the locations present on your device, and here is the Angry Bird image. Okay, so let me just reduce the size of this image to 50. I think 50 is not a good option. I want to see it somewhat matching with the size of this catapult. Is this a better option? I think so. Let me reduce it down to 25. Let's check how it is going to look like. Yeah, 25 is much better. And how about if I'll make it 20? 20 is better, but now it has become too small. So let me change it to 25. Better. Okay, so we have now both the sprites on this playground. Let's now start defining the code for the Angry Bird. Now what I want is I want to make use of my mouse for controlling the movement of this Angry Bird. So on the basis of this, I'm going to code the entire thing of this game. So let's select this Angry Bird first, and we need to place this when the flag is clicked event over here. Okay, so what should happen when the flag will be clicked? So now I would like to use this forever loop, and whatever I will define, I will be defining inside this forever loop now. So the first thing I would like to do is, if suppose the bird is somewhere over here, fine, and if the user restarts the game, I would like it to go back to this catapult. How can we do that? So we need to come on this motion section, and from here you can drag and drop this block over here. This is a go to block, and click on this drop down and you'll see this catter-1 getting reflected over here. So it's the catapult. Right, now what will happen if the user will restart the game? So it will come back at this location, at this catapult's location. Fine, and I would like it to point in this direction. Let's see what is going to happen if I'll put it over here and restart the game. Okay, perfectly fine. Right, now once it will reach here, I would like it to wait for, where is that wait block? This is the one. Let me put it over here. So wait until, and we can come on this operator section, and let's make use of this AND operator. So wait until the mouse pointer, where can I find the mouse pointer? That touching mouse pointer. So we need to come on this sensing. So till the mouse pointer touches you, okay, you have to wait. And so these are the two blocks you can make use of. Right, so now that's what is going to happen. Just a second. Okay, now what we can do, we can use this repeat until block. Where is that? This is the one. I'm placing it over here. Repeat until So this should be repeated, until what? Until, where is that not operator? This is the one I was looking for. I'm placing it over here. Until mouse is not down. So that's how we can define this thing. Okay, but as soon as the mouse is down, what should happen? I would like this Angry Bird to reach to the point where the mouse pointer is. So we can again make use of this go to block, and from this drop down we can select mouse pointer, right, and where it should point. While going to the mouse pointer, it should point towards the catapult. So we can use this point towards block, and let's change this drop down to cat 1. Now when you'll run this game, so that's what you are going to see. So if I drag it over here, and as soon as I'll release my click, as soon as I'll release my left click, what will happen? Just check it out. So it moved back and it came here to the catapult, right? See how beautiful it is looking. It's working perfectly fine, right? Okay, so this code over here is working perfectly fine. Let's now define an if loop, so if control statement, sorry. So we can get it from the controls block. I am putting it right below this point towards. Now if the let me just compare the distance now. So how can we compare it? We can make use of this block. I need to put it over here, and then where can we find the distance block? This is the one I was looking for. You can find it in the section, in the sensing section, sorry. So distance to kata 1, if the distance to kata 1 is greater than, let's say, 37, right, then what should happen? So I would like to make use of this move block. I'm putting it over here, and let's now copy this code. Let's copy this entire thing, and I don't want this operator now. I'm looking for the assignment operator because I want to change the value of the distance to. So we can do it like this. So the distance should become, just a second, I think this is perfectly fine. Then what should happen? I want it to come back. I think this is going to be a better choice, minus. So if it is greater than 37, so I would like it to distance to kata 1, and just give me a short moment. I need to configure this thing. We need this minus operator. I'm putting it over here. Let me place it over here. No, again I think it went back. Yep, it's present in this back of this whole code. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me put this one first over here, and after that I need to write down 37, and then we can put it over here. Now let's see what is going to happen with the help of this code I've defined over here. So if I hit this flag button, and if I'll put this Angry Bird over here, it will come back. It is going back. Yes. So this code is also working perfectly fine. Right, now what we can do, and one thing I think which I missed is, let me come back on this code of Angry Bird. Now I have placed this if loop inside this repeat until, that is perfectly fine, and everything is inside the forever loop, that is also fine. Now let's define some variables with the help of which we can control the speed and XY position of this Angry Bird. Right, so we can come down over here in this variable section and make use of this make a variable button. So the first thing I would like to define is a variable with the help of which I can put a check on the speed of the Angry Bird, and then we can again use this option for creating another variable with the help of which we can control the velocity of the Angry Bird along x-axis. So x-axis dash v, so velocity along x-axis, and then again another variable for controlling the velocity along the y-axis, so y-axis dash v. Okay, so I'm done with defining three different variables. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to set the value for the speed variable. How can we do that? Simply we can come up over here in this control section, not the control section, sorry, we need to come on this variable section. Then we can place this set block over here. Now we need to select speed from here. I would like to set the speed equal to the whatever distance it is. I think I need to come on this operator section, and simply we can use this multiplication operator. So whatever the distance of the Angry Bird is from the catapult, I would like that to be multiplied. Similarly, we can define the code for the y-axis velocity also. So the only change we need to make over here is we need to replace the sine with cos, right? So sine for x-axis and cos for y-axis. These are the two trigonometric ratios I have used over here, right? And then I would like to make use of this repeat until block. Where is that repeat until? Repeat until, we need to place it over here. Now this process should be repeated until what should happen? Until this sprite touches the edge of this playground. So I think we can make use of this option, this block. Let's select edge from this drop down. Okay, now if it will touch the edge, we make use of this go to x block and putting it over here. And then we just define two variables which are going to control the velocity of this Angry Bird's face along x and y axis. So what we can do, we can simply first we need to make use of this plus operator, right? Where is that? This is the one I was talking about. And then what we can do, I think inside this plus operator we need to define something with the help of which we can make the x-axis velocity and y-axis we have to think about. So go to axis this, I think we can make use of this option. We can place it this x-axis variable first over here, and then we can add the x position to this x velocity. Where is that x position block? I think we can easily find it over here in this section. Yes, this is the one I was looking for. Now we can create a duplicate of this, and we need to eliminate this, we need to eliminate this from here. We can put this y position, and with y position, y-axis velocity variable is going to come. Okay, now here we can simply put this one in the first input box and this one in the second input box. So we are done with setting the position of the Angry Birds face. And what else we need to do now? We need to change the value for the y-axis velocity. So I would like it to be equal to -1. I think that will be great. That is perfectly fine. Now let's see what is the output we will get with the code that we have defined till now in this coding workspace. Okay, after that, if anything else is required, we'll do that too. Okay, so I'm enlarging the size of this window and let's check out the code. So let me restart the game. Okay, so I'm able to see it moving. See, okay, so it is moving in the I'm able to fire this angry sprite and it is looking perfectly fine. Okay, perfect. And I'm able to fire it in all the directions. See, and it is moving in a curvy linear direction. See, it is covering a curve path, right? Okay, so that is great. Now if you want to make it more interesting for the user, you can define a proper background for this game. Let's see if we can get a background from the backdrops library of Scratch. I hope we'll be able to get it. It's not too hard, so we need to come on this option, look to my game. How about this one, or how about this one, Castle 3? Let's see how is it going to look like on this playground area. And by the time I'm defining the background, let me check if I have anything to answer. If you guys have any queries, you guys can put them in the comment box. I am checking the comment section right now. Thank you very much, Altaf, for joining me at this time, dear. God bless you. Who else is here with me right now? Let me just see it. Okay, so Ronak Gaming World. Hello, dear. I hope you are enjoying this lecture. Madhuri Gupta, thank you very much, dear, for joining me at this time. If you have any queries, if you have any thing in your mind, please go ahead and ask me. If you are not able to understand anything, right, so you guys can put that thing in the chat box so that I can see it, and definitely I will reply to it and I'll resolve your issue. Okay, even if you have any query related to the previous lectures I have shooted on my channel, you guys are most welcome to ask me the queries related to the same. So that's the background, and if you'll enlarge the screen, that is how it is going to look like. So it is looking amazing right now, isn't it? And if you want to change the background, simply come on this Castle 3 and you can see. Now that's what we are getting as an output over here. Let me see if I will replace this with equal to, then what will happen? If I'll replace this with an equal to sign, let's see what is going to happen. So I am going to put 37 over here, right, and let's now place it back on this move steps. Perfectly fine. Let me check what is the output we will get now. So earlier it was the minus operator I used. Now it is, earlier it was the assignment operator. It is now working perfectly fine. I think that was the only mistake I was making, just because of which I was not able to fire it to a longer distance. I'm able to now fire it to a longer distance. See, beautiful. So that's how you can create an amazing this Angry Bird game. Now if you have any queries, please let me know so that I can answer your queries, and after that only I will end this lecture. Not able to see any queries right now in the comment box. If you have any, please let me know about the same. And if you have any other plans, if you want to share with me something, definitely you're most welcome to do that. Please go ahead and let me know if you want to share anything. If you have any idea in your mind, that also you can share with me. But no problem, in case right now you're not able to recall, so what you can do, you can, in the next lecture we'll again meet. I hope to see you soon in the next lecture also. And in that lecture you can, right in the beginning, you can put your queries, you can ask me whatever you want to. Now gradually what I will be doing, I will be focusing on the coding part and the designing part, and gradually once I'm done with completing half or 1/4 of the whole app or game, I will check out the comment section and reply to your queries. After that, again I will begin the coding and designing part, and once I'm done with creating the entire whole app, again I'll check the comment section and I'll reply to your queries. So that's the best way you can get your queries sorted out. Fine, and I hope you will cooperate, and do not forget to like and share this video please in your groups, so as to make it more popular and to make it reach to the maximum students possible. Before ending this lecture, I would like to show you the entire code one more time, and I'm enlarging the size of my screen so that you can see the entire code in a more clear way. Right now it's a bit small. I am enlarging the size of my window. I hope now you are able to see it. Yes, so this is the whole code which I have defined for the Angry Birds face sprite. Okay, and let me show you now the code which I have defined for this catapult. So that's the only thing which I've defined for this catapult over here in this coding workspace, and I used 3 different variables. One, the first one is the speed, second one is the x-axis velocity, and the third one is the y-axis velocity. So these all 3 I've used for controlling the speed of this Angry Bird, right? So this is it from my side. Hope you guys enjoyed this lecture a lot. If you have any ideas, do share it with me in the comment section. Definitely I am going to prepare something on that, and I will soon come with a great idea, a great thing based on your idea, right? Thank you very much everyone, and keep coding, stay blessed, stay saved, and God bless you all with a great future. Thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.